So if you've been hit by the dreaded Samsung moisture detect warning and can't figure out how to get rid of it, stay tuned. I'll take care of you. Hello, I'm Derek, and welcome to Hindsight 101, where you'll learn about things that will help you in everyday life. Now I'm going to teach you how to get rid of that horrible moisture detect warning. But first, I have to let you know I don't have a before shot, because when this all happened, my first thought was, let me get this on video. So I can show you that my phone is working, and it did work for me, so it should work for you. So now we got that out of the way. There are three main things that I did to get this to work. Now the third one is the most important, so stay tuned. I forgot to mention, make sure you turn your phone off before you do any of these steps. So this first step, you're going to need some supplies. You will need rubbing alcohol, you need the cap from the rubbing alcohol, and a Q-tip. So you want to pour a little bit of that rubbing alcohol in the cap, and then you want to take the end of the Q-tip and get it wet. And then you take the end of the phone that has the charging port and the Q-tip that's wet and just kind of work it in there. It doesn't have to be too aggressive, but just work it in there so you can get as much dirt out as you can. Because your phone may not be wet, it may be dirty, and that could set off the warning as well. So once you feel like you've gotten everything in there out that you can, then you want to flip the Q-tip over and you want to take the dry end and just wipe that out, get any remnants with the dry end. Once you're done with that, we can get rid of these supplies and move on to step 2. So for step 2, the only thing you will need is a hairdryer. You probably could use a fan, but I just don't think it's going to be as effective. So you'll take your phone and your hairdryer and put it on a level surface. You want to put your hairdryer on low, and you want to keep the two devices 6 inches apart. You may want to even do more depending on how hot your hairdryer gets. It varies between hairdryer and hairdryer. But heat and battery don't mix, so you don't want it to be too hot. Because if you ever tried to charge your phone in a car and it said nope, well, that's why. So at least 6 inches apart, and then you just want to let it go for about 1 or 2 minutes. I've heard some people online say like 15 minutes. Do not do that. You will fry your phone. So just 1 or 2 minutes just to kind of get as much moisture out as you can. And then after those 1 or 2 minutes, let it sit for like 10 or 15 minutes because your phone will be warm. So go get something to eat, do whatever. Do not do anything with it. Now let's go on to step 3. So before we get to step 3, let's talk about some honorable mentions. So some people online say that you can use rice or those silica gels and put your phone in. You have to kind of cover it in like a Tupperware jar and then do it for like 24 hours. I didn't have that kind of time, so I didn't try that, but I've known a lot of people who say that works. The other way you can do it is a factory reset. But the only caveat to that is some people said when they restored their phone from the cloud, the warning came right back. So you'd have to start over again, and I wasn't willing to do that. Another one is to clear the cache. I really don't think that'll work, but someone said it did, so your mileage may vary. And then lastly, some people said put the phone in safe mode, which does work, but you lose some functionality of the phone. So you have to keep going back and forth, safe mode to charge it, take it out of safe mode so you can use your phone to the fullest. And that just seems like a hassle, so didn't really want to do that either. So what you've all been waiting for, step 3. So for this third step, you need to do it the right way, because if you don't, it will not work. We're going to plug the phone in, but you have to have the right type of charger. You can't use a fast charger. You need a slow, generic charger. Look for the white square Apple ones, the old school ones. I have tons of those. Use that, but you can use any generic one, just don't use a fast charger. So with that said, you're going to take the charger, plug it into the wall. You're going to take the other end with the phone off. You're going to take and plug it into the charging port. Now, your phone will turn on and it'll still give the warning, but give it a couple seconds and then you'll see a spinning circle and you'll notice that it'll give you your battery percentage. It'll go from 0 to whatever the last percentage was on your battery. So mine was like 94%. So it went from like 0 to 94 like really fast. And then lo and behold, it started to charge. And ever since then, it's been a couple weeks. Everything has worked fine. Now, if all else fails and this doesn't work, you can always just go to wireless charging if your phone does that. But I really think it will. Let me know in the comments below if it doesn't or if you need any help. But with that said, if you like the video and you want to support the channel, go check out some of my other videos. Take care.